Good afternoon, everybody, and we are live again on Facebook. Hey, everyone, my name is Andy within South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop, and as is customary every Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour, we're here in Mario's beautiful studio in the heart of Kendall, where he has his one-stop shop with real estate and mortgages. And today, Mario, how you doing, Mario? I just noticed, I just remember you came back from vacation.
Just got back from vacation Tuesday night and put in like a 14-hour day yesterday.
Right.
And we're back on the treadmill.
Like you look good, man. You look refreshed. You look innovated.
I feel relaxed. I left my laptop here. Just took my phone.
Wait, you traveled without your laptop?
Without my laptop.
He really unplugged. You really unplugged, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a very enjoyable time.
And when you get back, was everything smooth as silk?
Everything was fine.
Awesome,
Everything
awesome.
was fine.
So today, folks, we're talking about home improvements and refinancing. Two topics that are very popular in the fourth quarter of the year because everybody wants to beautify their homes, or maybe take some cash out, or just get ready for the new year, right? This is the time when people are like thinking and planning and wow, you know, let's just hop in and let's fix up the home, you know. So Mario, are homeowners refinancing, and what are their goals?
Yes, as a result of the interest rates being low and continuing to be low, even though we've had some movement over the last 2 to 4 weeks going a little bit high, but it's still what I call cheap money.
Right.
Interest rates being the way they are. We do have a lot of people inquiring and moving forward on what we call refinances for home improvements.
Okay.
There are two different types of refinances, and people are taking the money out to beautify and improve their current homes.
Right.
Either doing kitchens, bathrooms, impact windows here in Florida,
Right.
the front door, accordion shutters, all kinds of stuff that is functional improvements, things that are going to help the function of the home. And then we'll talk about a little later on what I call decorative improvements,
right,
for the backyard and the front.
You know, it's always good, sometimes a good investment to improve areas of the home that are going to bring in ROI, and I know that we're going to be covering that. You know, especially, you know, I mean, hurricane season is almost over, but you know, hurricanes are always something on top of mind here in the South Florida market. So I want to welcome Suzanne Menendez joining in for the broadcast. I want to welcome Caesar joining us for the broadcast, folks. If you have any comments, please go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and Mario will answer them live, or Mario will get to them after the broadcast. So, Mario, on the different types of home improvement and renovations, which ones give the highest ROI?
Believe it or not, some of the ones that give the highest return on investment are the lowest cost renovations.
Interesting. How does that work?
So, and I did some research for today. So, give you an example. Something that you don't even see on a regular basis. Insulation for the attic. Keeping that attic properly insulated so that your electric bill and your heating bills stay as low as possible. That insulation has a 107% return on your investment.
Wow.
Okay? Replacing your front door. Okay, very functional. You use it every day. Has a 90% return on investment. Okay, vinyl siding, which is not something big here in South Florida, but there are homes that have vinyl siding, mostly used up in the North and Midwest.
Right.
80% return on investment.
Who would have thought?
A garage door, a new garage door, 80% return on investment. Okay, and hardwood floors, converting from tile, ceramic tile to hardwood floors, an 85% return on your investment.
That is unbelievable. I bet most homeowners don't figure that.
No, because they think about the bigger ticket items.
Right.
You know, the kitchen, the bathroom.
Sure, the stuff that you can see, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
the pool, things like that.
Want to welcome Rafael Perez Boroto to the broadcast. Want to welcome Felipe Leon. Welcome, folks. Be sure to say hello, comment on the chat below. and be sure to share this message because this is a good one. You know, installation, and I mean, nobody looks at that, right? I mean, but it probably saves you a whole lot of money.
In the long run, will save you money.
Yeah.
And the day you go to sell your house, that insulation will be a plus when the buyer comes to do their home inspection.
And the front door, of course. You
And
know,
the front door is a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, that adds to that appeal, right? That curb appeal when somebody drives up to your property, or if you can have the property on the market.
Yes, and it's something you use on a regular basis.
Wow, incredible. Folks, if you're watching this for the first time, my name is Andy within South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop. We welcome you to the broadcast. We're here every Thursday at the 4 o'clock hour. And if you've never seen us before, thank you for the thumbs up there. If you've never seen us before, want to welcome you to marioshomenews.com. It's Mario's website with a ton of useful information if you're looking into the real estate market, the mortgage market, if you're looking to buy, you're looking to sell, if you're renting. One-stop shop. You can find all the information at marioshomenews.com. So Mario, what is the biggest difference between a refi, cash out, and a home equity line of credit? I know a lot of confusion there.
Well, you know, when you're going to do a home renovation, you're going to use one of these two financial instruments.
Okay.
So on a cash out refinance, you're literally refinancing your existing home loan,
Okay.
and you're adding to that the monies that you need
Okay.
in order to complete your renovation.
Okay.
The benefits of that are that your entire sum of money that you have in your home will probably be in a fixed rate, low interest mortgage.
Okay.
Okay? And you don't have to worry about paying that off anytime soon.
Okay.
You make your regular home payments, and the cost is fairly low depending on what renovations you're going to do. And this way you can have a budgeted item on your mortgage which is stable. Okay? When you do a home equity line of credit, that means that you're taking out a second mortgage on your property,
Okay.
which are a little bit harder to qualify for. And those home equity lines of credit are usually for a 10-year period of time. So even though you're only paying interest on the money that you use on that home equity line of credit, at 10 years, you got to pay that entire balance off.
Okay.
So, you know, if you're financially savvy and you're financially disciplined,
Right.
maybe a home equity line of credit is the way to go. If you are more comfortable with a payment that is the same every single month, which makes your budgeting easier, then the cash out refinance is probably the way to go.
Interesting. So you definitely have options. If somebody out there is not sure, Mario, can they give you a call?
Yeah, sure. The number here at the office is 305-598-1600. And after hours, my cell is 305-588-0451.
And there is no cost?
No,
There's no
cost.
fee
I mean,
for
no.
you to help to guide them?
No.
Awesome. That's why they call him the one-stop shop, folks. So, when should permits be pulled? Let's say somebody is considering. When should permits be pulled on a renovation?
So permits should really be pulled when you're going to move electrical lines.
And first of all, let's just clarify. Should permits be pulled?
Yes.
What happens if they don't? This is Miami.
We're going to get into
This
that.
is Miami.
So let's deal with the original question. Permits should be definitely pulled
Okay.
when you're going to move electrical lines, plumbing lines,
Okay.
adding square footage to your property, and also when you're going to move around mechanical lines. That's like the exhaust system for your over the oven,
For the hood,
the hood,
in the kitchen. Yeah.
your exhaust lines for your dryer, the exhaust lines for the vents in your bathroom. Those are called mechanical. Okay, so mechanical, plumbing, electrical, and adding square footage to the property, I highly recommend that you pull permits, because one of the things that you have when you pull permits, you could do it as a homeowner GC, and you can have each of the individual contractors that's gonna do that work that are licensed actually open the permit and close the permit, so that when the inspector comes from the county, you're basically assured that the work was done is quality work and approved by the county.
That's a great tip right there.
Okay, so those are things that will save you time, money, and aggravation the day you go sell the house. If all you're doing is switching a sink or changing old cabinets to new cabinets, or maybe changing a toilet bowl, or just taking down old tile, putting in new tile,
Right.
scraping the ceiling from popcorn to a flat pane ceiling, you don't need a permit for those things.
Okay.
But the other items that I did talk about, you definitely should consider getting a permit.
Great tips, great tips. Want to welcome Albertico Rodriguez to the broadcast, Jackie Rose, Lisa Gonzalez. Folks, welcome. If it's your first time watching, my name is Andy with South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop, and we come to you every week on Thursdays. We talk about all things regarding real estate and mortgages. If you have any questions, any comments, we welcome you to go ahead and drop them in the comments below. If you're thinking of doing a home refinancing or renovation, this is your time to ask Mario. Mario is right here with us live in his studio in Kendall. So we welcome your questions and your comments. Lisa, Jackie, Albertico, Felipe, Rafael, Caesar, Susana, you got a nice little crowd here.
Yeah. Thank you.
That are watching us today. So Mario, do you have a return on investment figure on most common types of renovations?
Yeah, well, besides the ones that we mentioned a little earlier,
Right.
The hardwood floor is 85% return, the garage door 80%, vinyl siding 80%, replacing your front door 90%, installation 107%. If you're gonna do a kitchen, okay?
That's a big project.
That's a big project. Well, you have a small renovation kitchen or you have a complete gut out, okay? Either way, the return on investment is about 80%. And that is probably the number one room that sells your home.
The most used,
kitchen.
the most used
The
room.
most used is the room that you spend the most time in, the family, for gatherings, for everything. So that's an 80% return on investment. The bathrooms, depending on whether it's a master, a secondary, a half bath, or a third bath, you're looking at about 78% return on investment.
Okay.
Okay? So, as you can see, not only are you making the investment on the home, on all of these areas, but you're also enjoying them while you live there.
Of course.
And then when you go to sell your home, okay, and keep in mind that the average person in the U.S. lives in their current home for 7 years. Okay?
Really?
That's a national statistic.
I didn't know that.
Is that people will move or make a change within 7 years. Okay? That's just an average number of years nationwide. Then you have the decorative upgrades that people do. So a pool is a big one, and they're getting more and more expensive. Okay? You have pavers. People are using pavers a lot more.
Up front of the driveways.
In the driveways, out in the backyard, around the pool area. Putting greens are big. They're becoming artificial putting greens are becoming big for the backyard. And then a huge one in the last 2 to 3 years, outdoor kitchens.
Outdoor kitchens,
Okay,
of course.
You have the small fridge, the sink. You have maybe a green egg with a stainless steel grill and a couple of burners.
Sure.
That's big because here in the state of Florida and some of the states in the south, the weather is great. People spend more time. So these decorative type of renovations, people like them a lot. They use them.
So we know what people are thinking, right? Do I move? Do I stay? Do I renovate? We talked about the different returns, and we talked about, you mentioned that the average is 7 years. As a professional realtor in this business for ages and ages, what would be your advice?
So my advice is to have a continuous plan or goals that you write down as a family, okay? Definitely a 3-year, a 5-year, and a 7-year. Where do you want to be in 3 years?
Interesting.
Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 7 years? Write it down. Have a discussion with your family members. See if everybody agrees on this. And then make it a goal that this is where we want to be in the next 3 years. Do we want to upgrade? Do we want to downgrade? Do we want to go from a single family home to a condo living? Do we want to go from living in the suburbs to living on, in this case here, Brickell Avenue, or living on the beach? These are all considerations, and people work hard for their money. And but the thing is, you got to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. And if you don't write these things down, you never make it happen.
Because you have families that are buying a property because they just had a child. Maybe they were renting, they decided to buy, but an average of 7 years doesn't seem to be a lot for that family as the kids are getting older.
Well, as the kids are getting older, there's the biggest consideration is the schools. So
Good point.
They might be in this home
Good point.
until they reach junior high, and they want to go to a different junior high. So maybe there's your 7 years for that particular family because they want to move their child into what they consider a better junior high school. And then maybe after that junior high continues to high school, and then next thing you know, the kid's going away to college. Are they staying home for college? Are they going away for college? Is it a single floor home? Are the parents getting older and they want to move out of that 2-story home into a 1-story home? So there's a lot of factors that as you age and you get older, and we're all getting older, at least one day at a time, these are all considerations that you have to take, and you got to plan for it.
Valuable information. I want to welcome Vanessa. I want to welcome Archimedes. I want to welcome Maggie to the broadcast, folks. If you're just tuning in, my name is Andy within South Florida. We're here with Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop, and we're about to conclude a very, very interesting topic here on home improvement and refinancing. And Mario has just shed some very interesting light. So it's not about real estate. It's not about renovating, don't renovating. He just set up a plan for those of you watching that are maybe considering to start your life. Yeah, real estate is an investment, but you're gonna have a family. You might move based on the schools. You might move based on your parents, your elders. Maybe you have a 2-story. So you're just not a real estate agent, or you're not a mortgage broker. You're basically a planner here.
No, we try to plant seeds for things that people usually don't think. I mean, our personal experience, we lived in the same home here in Miami for 22 years.
Okay, so you're out of that mold where you live in our house for an average of 7 years.
We broke that mold.
You broke that mold.
We were in it for 22 years. We
Right.
kept making upgrades and changes, put more money. We lost money on that house by
Sure.
the time we sold it,
Yeah.
but we thought we would never leave.
Right.
And next thing you know, our daughter goes away to college up in the Northeast. And during that time period, we knew that she was not going to come back to Miami.
Right.
It was a 2-story home, and we're like, you know what? We're done with this. These stairs are getting a little harder to
They're getting old.
And we started to look, and 5 years ago, we sold that home, and we moved into our existing home that we've been in already for 5 years, which is a 1-story home. So, but again, it's all part of sitting down and see what the family's direction is moving forward and making your living adjustments accordingly.
Very, very interesting words from a very, very savvy and experienced professional in the industry, folks. And again, somebody can call you and say, hey man, we just got married, planning a family. What do you advise us? Condo, house, pool, no pool areas, and people can get answers from you as far as school districts and everything.
Well, they'll get the answers, but before I give them answers, I'm going to ask them a lot of questions.
Right.
About what they personally, what their goals would
What
be.
the plan is, yeah.
What is their plan? What is their goals? It's not Mario's plan, it's their plan.
Right.
And then once we have those answers, then we can better decide on which way to go.
And it's a great example this week. I got a phone call from my mom, and she told me that she had a friend of hers that had come to her and asked her that she wants to buy a property if she knew any a real estate agent. And of course, my mom is a constant viewer of Mario's show here, and she asked me to, hey, can you give me the number of Mario? And I said, of course. He's a one-stop shop. He can help your friend. So this lady has her kids in a certain area of town. I believe the Doral area. And she's not from South Florida, but she moved down here, and she wants to buy a property close to Doral to be close to her kids. And this is where Mario comes in, because the lady's not from here. She doesn't know anything about the area, so Mario is going to be able to guide her, probably do her financing and her financials, and find her that perfect home so that she could be close to her kids.
Yep.
And that's what it's all about.
Everybody has a different personal need.
Awesome.
And that's what we try to work on.
Awesome. Folks, thank you for the love. Do you want to add anything else to the home financing game?
No, we're good. We're good. If anybody felt that you got some value out of today's show, remember to share it with your friends on Facebook and your other social media sites. And maybe you have someone in your inner circle that can use this information, and just go ahead and feel free to share it with them.
And I hear that you're going to be making an appearance in about a week or so.
No, I'm going to be working.
You're going to be.
I'm going to be working. I'm going to be working the Greater Kendall Business Expo show.
So for those of you that are fans and you follow Mario on these shows and are stalkers, you have the ability to actually meet the man, the myth, the legend, Mario Quintero here at the One Stop Shop. He's going to be exhibiting along with another 120 business owners on October the 17th, next week, Thursday, at Lexus of West Kendall. We're hosting, West Kendall Baptist Hospital is hosting the Health and Business Expo from the Greater Kendall Business Association. Many of you know I am the chairman this year. Mario sits on our board of directors, and he's a member. And he's going to take his one-stop shop to Lexus of West Kendall, and he'll be able to answer any of your questions relating to home buying, home selling, renting, financing, you name it. Mario and his team will be there, and he'll be taking the one-stop shop mobile over to the expo.
We're going to be giving away some friends, logoed pens. We're going to be giving away some candy, and we're also going to be raffling off about 4 different $50 gift certificates.
Nice.
So stop by.
Yeah. So before we go, we have a comment here from Maggie. We live in a 4-3 pool home since 1989. I tell my husband we should downsize, but he doesn't want to buy and start paying mortgage again. Makes sense, but I want to sell. What do I do?
You know what? We have to have a meeting. We have to sit down, look at the condition of the home, and really discuss what your goals are, especially when there's differences of opinion between a husband and wife. There has to be some kind of mediation and meeting halfway. So that's something that we would discuss in order to be able to come up with a plan that works for both spouses.
So Maggie, I want to invite you to contact Mario Quintero at the One Stop Shop. I'm sure you know how to reach him, and you could take it from there.
Yeah.
You could help her. You could help her maybe convince her husband to
I don't
downsize.
Believe it or not, I don't convince people. I try to have them find their answers by having a discussion.
You advise them.
I advise them, I consult them, and they have to make the decision.
Mario, what's that phone number again where somebody can go ahead and get a hold of you?
So here in the office is 305-598-1600. After hours, 305-588-0451.
Awesome. Folks, thank you for the love. Again, my name is Andy within South Florida. Mario Quintero from the One Stop Shop. Go ahead and visit us, visit him. October 17th, doors open at 5 o'clock at Lexus of West Kendall. You all are invited. Free food, free admission, free parking, free autographs here with Mario. And we'll see you guys there.
Have a great week.
Thank you for the love.